I'm saying if the Lord didn't make her pretty, how you figure you gonna do it?
They might be winter curtains now, but when that weather break, you gonna be wearing that. They had a little drawstring like the curtains open.
Because you roast your kids, right?
If you're dumb, I need to be the first person to tell you you're dumb. Why would you go out to a perfect stranger? You might not believe him. Dave was yelling in the casket, y'all all right? Don't y'all drop me.
We're not gonna get through this.
Yeah, we're gonna get through it.
No, we not.
I digress.
And be a comedian and a funeral director, it's like those worlds are connected, but most people don't even know that.
But they're afraid to go there.
Right, and who better to do it but me?
That was the last time I saw him alive. Death's supposed to be sad, but man.
Well, no, that's the thing about it is it's a lot. There's a sad aspect to death.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're suffering a loss.
Right.
And that's the purpose of the whole show is to make it something that is supposed to be natural, make it more natural for people to understand. You know what I mean? Because some of the funniest things happen at funerals.
Oh, and I can tell you one of the funniest things that happened at a funeral.
All right, yeah, because you've been dying.
There's no, none of the story is made up. There's no embellishment of the truth. This is the truth.
Oh,
so,
man, okay.
Schuler and I, we've been friends for a long time.
Yes,
his father and my mother grew up together, and and then when he started comedy, we worked together for a while. And
I used to actually went to church with your mother for a little while.
Right, in
Mount Zion.
In Mount Zion, right. Yeah. So we're connected. So comedy, I've been doing comedy almost 30 years, and one of the club owners of one of the comedy clubs passed, which is a very close friend of mine.
Yeah.
David
Mr.
Wiggins. Mr. Wiggins.
Yeah, Mr. Wiggins, yeah.
Mr. Wiggins. David Wiggins, very nice man, white guy, but just, why'd I say that? That wasn't necessary.
That was wrong.
That was pretty.
He was white, but
he was the chair. He was the chair.
Nah.
But he was he was really a brother. He and I developed a really good relationship, and he was dear to me and I was dear to him. And when he passed, they requested that I be a pallbearer. Yeah. As well as Schuler.
As well as me.
As well as another friend of ours who was also a comedian, Steve Watermaker. And
Big Mo was a
Big Mo Dixon.
Skip G was
Skip G. Skip had on the tie with a football jersey on. I'm playing. No, I'm not.
Did the chair just fart?
Yeah, it's about due. It's about due.
I adjusted myself in the chair.
Right. So we're pallbearers at this funeral.
Yeah.
And just for the record, David he was on the heavier side.
Yeah, David was a big
He
guy.
wore prescription underwear. So that's not true. Which camera is the truth camera? But so
see, this is what I'm talking about.
The story is funny within itself, so we really ain't got to do that too. But this is a true story, right?
It is a true story.
This a white funeral.
Yeah, it was very white. And I said something about makeup earlier. David had a lot of makeup on too.
He did have a lot.
He did have a lot of makeup on.
Let me tell you something. It's a myth about white people's funeral. They get in and out. This is the longest white funeral I ever been a part of.
Yeah.
So they had.
Because they knew we was coming. So
right.
We want to make y'all comfortable.
Right. They had a TV with a collage of pictures of David through his whole, his life. With his kids, his grandkids, and so forth. It was so long. The first picture, they had David sitting like this. By the time they looped around that picture, he was like this. It was so long that they had to flip the album over for the music that was
the
playing.
B-side.
Right. Remix. It was the longest funeral. So, okay.
The tape stopped.
We get to, right.
Rewind that tape so we can.
Let me tell you something. The music, the people that was singing on the music was singing so long. The second time around, they was just humming because they was hoarse.
It was.
And this was recorded. But so the funeral is over finally. You know, we went home, changed clothes, washed up, ate food, come back. The funeral was finally over. it was a layover.
Yeah.
So
yeah, intermission and everything. It was a saga.
Right. So when you
Kunta Kinte foot grew back by the time.
right, like ooh,
I can run again.
that toe still ain't got a nail on it. How your foot grow back and still ain't got a nail on the toe? But so when you leaving the funeral and they take the casket, they put it on a little dolly, like a cart, They put his on wheels.
It's called a church truck. Yeah.
Church.
That's what they call it.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's called a serving tray. You just put you got to roll them out.
Yes. That's what we did.
You don't clock in until you get to the hearse.
Yeah.
So they put Dave on the little to-go cart, right? you want to take this with you? This is inappropriate.
Very.
So they put him on the cart and they roll him out of the church to the hearse.
Yeah.
So we're standing there. Shula is next to me.
Yeah, and mind you, people are asking me questions.
Right.
But I'm the smallest one in the group.
Right. Yeah. Shula in the middle of us. Me and
It was me.
what's the security dude name? The one that got knocked out and clocked out after he.
Yeah.
So he's on the other side of you.
Oh wait.
No, wait.
I forgot
You
about
forgot about that? Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, this story is gonna be difficult to get through.
This is stories within stories.
Right, exactly. So on this side is Skip G with the football jersey on
And the top.
and the tie.
Yeah.
Bow tie because he's formal. it was an away jersey.
Like a Chippendale dancer.
This year at the Super Bowl. All right, so we got Skip, we got Steve Waterman, we got Mo Dixon.
How do I look?
So when they drop him off, when they come to the casket and they about to take him off the to-go rack, at that time the pallbearers grab the casket and take it to the hearse.
Correct.
I knew things was getting ready to go wrong when they took it off the to-go cart and handed the casket to everybody, and all you can hear was Steve say, huh? I knew at that moment we was in some trouble.
Mike S.
Oh, damn it, anybody want to tell me?